Santa Clarita's hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. This is the Santa Clarita Valley Sheriff's Talk Show on AM 1220 KHTS. Also streaming live at hometownstation.com. Myself, Kyle Jellings. We have, of course, Shirley Miller joining us as well.
Kyle, we have a full studio today.
No, this is no joke today.
Do you know why I arranged for all these people to come on the show today?
I don't. I have no idea.
Because I hear it's your last show with us.
It is.
You're moving on to better opportunities, and we're really going to miss you on this show. So in honor of that, we wanted to pack the studio as full as we could today.
Jam-packed in here. Hey,
it's standing room only, literally.
Yeah, I know.
So
no applause or anything, but whatever. It's not a big deal. Yeah.
So with us today, we have Deputy Shackleford and Deputy Duxbury, part of our crime prevention unit team at Santa Clarita Valley Sheriff's Station. We also have with us Ashley Olivier. She is a student worker at our station. I bet you didn't know that fact, that we have student workers at our sheriff's station.
I did. Actually, we met her the last time she was here.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so I didn't last time we were here. Yeah,
right.
I thought you guys were just making that up. But,
I know. But we make it
now
up
she's back. Now she's back, so I think it's a real thing.
So we're going to bring her on later in the show, and we have three very special guests today from SCVi Charter School. They're located in Castaic, and I would call them students, but I think at their school they refer to it as learners.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right, they do.
And so we'll introduce them in a little bit. We have from that school Becca, 10th grade, Delaney, 9th grade, and Adriana, 11th grade. So we're so happy they could join us today.
All right.
We love having the interaction.
They're
with the
officially nervous, I think, because you just said their names on the radio.
Oh no! Go ahead and do the hi mom, hi dad thing real quick. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, so but you guys have been busy. Let's start with this actually. I want to start with this because I got green on my shirt. Is it all right if we start with this?
Green.
You guys, you have your tag. Yeah, thank goodness. Okay. Today is St. Patrick's Day.
Yes.
Where people seem to, I don't know, maybe the deputies can help me out with this. They seem to make some decisions, we'll say. Not necessarily good, not necessarily, good decisions, but there's a lot of drinking going on this quote holiday. So
a lot of St. Patty's Day parties.
Yes.
And Deputy Shackleford, do you know where she went on vacation last week?
No, I have no idea.
Go ahead, tell us so we can be jealous.
I went to the beautiful country of Ireland.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Nice.
Isn't that neat?
All right.
I've always wanted to go there. And it's like your second time that you went there?
My second time in 4 months.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely gorgeous.
All right.
But back to the serious topic,
yes.
Drinking and driving. There's so many parties that happen on St. Patrick's Day. It's one of the deadliest days. I was reading some facts on the National Highway and Traffic Safety Administration, and I was really surprised about how many fatalities happen on St. Patrick's Day. And there is an app. I don't know if you've heard of it, Kyle. I guess it's been out for a few years that the National Highway Traffic and Safety Administration put out. Have you heard of something called Safer Ride?
No, I have not heard of this. What is this?
It's a free mobile app that you can get on your Android or your iPhone. And let me pull it up here. I downloaded it here.
So it's called Safer Rides.
It's called Safer Ride, and the reason they designed this easy-to-use app, because obviously if you've had too much to drink, it's hard to figure out how to use a complicated app on your phone, right? So they made this one super easy where you set it up, and okay, why is the screen not pulling up here? Let's see.
It's failing you right now.
Of course. That's the way it works. Okay, do you see the screen here?
Okay.
Now
so it says, let's get you home, get taxi, call friend, or where am I? Or the three choices that you have.
Yes, exactly. Really easy choices.
Let's hope for the third one doesn't come into play, because that could be a bad situation.
Yeah, location setting. So it makes it easy. So be safe. And what are some of the slogans that I see floating around on Twitter today? Buzz driving is drunk driving. And station sent out a tweet last night, and it was like a pot of gold, and it just basically said how buzz driving will cost you.
It will cost you a pot of gold. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
So be careful out there.
Okay. And don't text and drive either. Just in general.
Just
exactly.
In general. Thanks for throwing that in there.
Just want to throw it in there.
Yeah. Hashtag no distracted driving.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so be safe. You guys did some, it's springtime. It's like unseasonal. It's beautiful outside.
80 degrees yesterday.
Yeah, it's high 80s today is the highs. A lot of people are going hiking. We had some stuff going on, right?
Yes. This past Sunday night, the Santa Clarita Valley Sheriff's Search and Rescue Team, they were called out on an emergency, a 911 group page notification. What happened was there was 3 hikers. They were in their 20s, and they decided to go hiking out in Placerita Canyon. But unfortunately, they got lost. They went off the trail, and our search and rescue team spent 9 hours looking for them. It was dark and it was cold, and everything that turned out fine. The hikers ended up having a few minor cuts and scrapes, but really, I think our deputies have some tips maybe for the hikers. What would you say? If you're going to go hiking, what kind of things should you keep in mind?
Definitely you before you go out, you want to tell somebody where you're going,
Right.
so that people know that you're out and about. You should always have some kind of overnight pack, and it doesn't have to be a
Yes.
huge thing, but you have like the metallic emergency blanket, some chem lights, some kind of emergency rations, extra water, that type of thing.
Right.
You should also always carry either some kind of a GPS device that will give you an exact coordinate of where you are. That makes it a lot easier for them to find you. There's other GPS devices too that I'm not allowed to mention specific names, but they can spot you. When you have this device, there's buttons on there you can push that will send out basically a 911 text.
Oh, cool.
And it gives an exact grid of where you are, and that goes to emergency
Right.
services so that they can come find you. So anything like that is good to have, but
Right,
and
yeah.
stay on the trails. Don't
That's
blaze
what I was
your
going
own
to
trail.
say.
That's-
Stay on the trails, because they had to engage the LA County Fire Department with this rescue to use a saw to cut through the brush and make paths to
geez, oh.
try to get to the hiker. So we're glad everything turned out okay. And then these hikers, they didn't have any jackets. They were cold. You're going for a hike in the late afternoon, and you're thinking, I'll be back. I won't get cold, but you never know.
And look for a landmark too.
Yes.
Yeah, have a
it's
landmark.
always good when you start hiking, look behind you and pick a large landmark, whether it be like the Castaic Dam or some, radio tower or the peak of a mountain or something like that.
Walker
So no matter
cabin.
how far out you get and you get lost, if you can turn around and see that, then just make a straight line for that and you'll hit the highway again.
There you go.
Right.
And we also have Coffee with the Captain happening soon.
Yes, our first one of 2016 is coming up. We meant to start it earlier, but schedules have been busy, and we're pleased to start it off on March 30th. It's going to be for Zone 4, which is Saugus.
Okay.
It's going to be, this is a little bit different. It should be maybe Cocoa with the Captain. It's 6:30 p.m. at night. So March 30th, 6:30 p.m. at night. It's going to be held at the Starbucks on Bouquet Canyon. You know, the one that's in front of Lowe's and next to In-N-Out Burger?
Okay. Yep. Right there. Yeah.
Yeah, so we welcome the community. Come on, say hi to the captain. We're also going to have Deputy Chris Kraft. He's our Zone 4 crime prevention deputy. Will be there. So
Ask whatever you want.
come on by. Say hi.
Say hi.
Yes.
Good.
Are we going
to
to see you there? Are you going to stop by?
I
being that
don't know.
I'm not going to see you like the first and third
That's
Thursday
true.
of the month.
That's true.
I think that you should, our community academy, they graduated
Oof.
the other night.
Man,
And I think you should think about taking that the next time.
you put me on the hot seat right now.
Sorry.
It's not like I'm leaving and going on vacation. It's,
You're not going to Ireland?
Yeah, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. But
Yes. Yeah.
okay, so lots of stuff that the. How do people get in touch with if you guys social media? I know you guys are pretty active on social media.
Yeah,
that's a good
you
way
can
to learn
you can
more.
Stay connected, and for all of the reminders about our events and Coffee with the Captain, you can either follow us on Twitter at SCVi Sheriff, or you can follow us on Facebook, Santa Clarita Valley Sheriff Station. And there's Nixles. If you would like to receive weekly crime reports based on your area, you can do that. And we're also really pushing the Nextdoor app. We get inquiries. It seems like it's every day. People want to know, hey, how do I start a neighborhood watch program? Everybody is concerned about being proactive in their neighborhood. That's very commendable.
Awesome.
And you can do that on Nextdoor. You can start your own app, and what
It's like a digital neighborhood watch, basically.
it is, and I want to clear up also some misunderstandings about Nextdoor. Some people feel that, well, I don't want to share, hey, admit it. We all have some favorite neighbors, some neighbors that maybe we don't want to communicate with as much. But what I want to let everybody know is there's a way to create private groups within Nextdoor. So you can choose who you want to exchange messages with, who you want to get the text messages from about suspicious activity in your neighborhood. So the tool is there. You have the power to make it what you want it to be.
Awesome stuff. So a ton of stuff going on with the Santa Clarita Valley Sheriff Station. I think we're putting the deputies and you on the hot seat now.
Oh, great. No, wait. This is your last show,
No,
so I want to make it
there's
all
no-
about Kyle
yeah,
today.
no,
I've
that's
got
not
this
happening.
list of interview questions I wanted to ask you today.
Oh, good grief. All right, this is the Santa Clarita Valley Sheriff's Talk Show. We're going to have the students from SCVi on next, right?
The learners.
Excuse me. Sorry. The learners from SCVi. That's coming up right around the corner, AM 1220 KHTS. Santa Clarita's hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. This is the Santa Clarita Valley Sheriff's Talk Show. on AM 1220 KHTS. You can like us on Facebook, and you can also listen at hometownstation.com and also download the free KHTS app today. We wanted to kick things off. We have the SCVi learners here, and I failed to write down your name, and this is really uncomfortable. But anyway, we have...
You know what? I'm covered. I'm
Okay,
covered
we
for you. I
got you
wrote down
covered.
their names. So moving from left to right in your studio here, we have Adriana. She's in the 11th grade. And then we have Delaney. She's in the 9th grade. And then next to me, I have Becca, 10th grade.
Okay. Hello, ladies. How are you?
Hi.
Get nice and close to those microphones, guys. Don't be afraid of them. They're not going to bite you too hard. And then we also have Ashley Olivier, and she is... Okay, so you are
Student worker.
a student worker,
Yeah.
okay, which means what? What does that
Basically,
mean?
you can be either 11th, 12th grade, but you have to be 16-year-old, and
Okay.
you can apply for this online, and it's really fantastic. They work around your school schedule, basically. You work for a job within the county, so, for example, the sheriff's station, this is kind of where I wanted to do, because that's what I want to grow up to be, a deputy, so it's great. They work around your hours. I learn about the sheriff's department and everything that they do for the community, and it's really fantastic.
And are you in high school? No,
I'm in college.
Okay.
Yeah,
Where are you
yeah.
going to school?
I'm going to college at the Canyons.
Okay, COC. Go
Yeah.
Cougars. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. But you said, Shirley, you were saying she was an ambassador of sorts?
Oh, well, I was in talking to some of our guests from SCVi today. They said that two of them, now who was involved in the ambassador program at your school?
Delaney and I are
Okay.
ambassadors.
So Delaney and Adriana are involved in it. And then I was mentioning to them that when Ashley was in high school, she also was involved in a program. Ashley, what was the program that you were involved in?
Yeah, it was a safety school ambassador program. It was really great. It was against bullying, but I think theirs is a little different. So they kind of taught safety school ambassador. They taught us how to deal with bullies and stuff like that. So I think theirs is a little different about putting on events for their school and being involved with their school, and that's great.
Yeah, what kind of things have you done in your role as ambassador at your school?
Well, all of us kind of share our different roles, but something that's coming up very soon is the benefit dinner for our school, which I believe is March 19th. Yes, so it's coming up very soon. And then we all volunteer our hours for different things, different community outreach programs and stuff. And we schedule dances and things like that.
Yeah, and we also are in charge of giving tours, which we have usually on Tuesday mornings, and we'll just show around the parents that are interested, and it's really unique because you get the student's point of view while you're also getting a teacher's point of view and yours. So, yeah.
Right. Yeah, well, it's nice to see young people like yourself so involved in the community and doing things for the community and reaching out. And now, Becca, we were talking before the show, you and the girls, you also are involved with a lot of like drug awareness education programs. Maybe you could tell us a little bit about what you did.
Well, our school didn't really have a drug awareness program, so our crime and justice class started one. It's called Positive Peers because we reached out to the 7th and 8th graders and kind of explained to them the negative effects of drugs.
So you girls actually started this program.
Our
Yeah.
whole class did.
Your whole
yeah.
class did. So all three of you are in the same, it's a criminal justice class?
Yes.
Oh, that's very cool.
Why did you guys want to do a criminal justice class?
I want to go into law school, and so I felt that would give me the push that I needed to know more about the law.
Yeah, and it's also really interesting to be learning about crime and justice as it is, and I know it's a big topic now, like that you're growing up, you're thinking about what you want to do, and it's just really interesting to get this perspective and learn about these things, and it was a lot of fun. I'm happy I did it.
Yeah, I think it's really neat with this program that they're doing is they're working with the younger students at their school because, face it, kids, when parents and adults tell them things and then their older friends tell them things, who are they going to listen more to when they're at that vulnerable age?
Yeah.
So, like coming from, you said that you worked with 7th and 8th grade students?
Yes.
So they really look up to you guys as their role models, and it's great that they have positive role models that can help educate them about things like this.
Fantastic.
Yeah, definitely. I think it was a very unique project for all of us just because the whole process, our teacher actually was researching programs in Canada, and that's how she kind of found this one, and we based ours off of that. And then we wanted to do it student to student because we thought that since we're close to age with them, it would be like a relatable thing, and they would be able to come to us if they were ever like scared, because it's not always easy to go to an adult, especially when you're at that age.
Right. Exactly.
So what have you guys, this is an ongoing thing, I assume, right? This is
Yes,
still going on.
We're hoping that it will continue throughout the years, even after we graduate.
Okay. And so what have you guys learned so far from doing your research and all that stuff with this program that you guys set up?
We've learned a lot, actually. I know my group studied the negative effects of marijuana and how it affects the body, and like we taught the kids, and a lot of the kids didn't even realize it, and so I kind of felt happy that we opened it up to them, and they're more aware now.
Yeah, so we all had an assigned group that we really went into depth about, and that way you got more information from different things. And my group studied the negative effects of cigarettes, which isn't as popular with the youth as it was back in the day, but it was really interesting to learn about all these things. And even though it's not as popular as marijuana is, it's still an effect and a cause that, or an issue that's going on. And so,
and Kyle, the other week, I lose track of time, Ashley. The presentation that Detective Velick did at City Hall, was that last week or the week before?
I believe that was last week.
Okay, I think it was last week.
I think it was last week, yeah.
He
We did a
did
story on it.
Yes, he did a educational workshop at City Hall last week. About 60 parents were in attendance. It was on marijuana in plain sight. And there were a lot of parents that also contacted me that, hey, I really want to go, but I can't make it. So I want to put the word out to the public that on our Facebook page, the whole event was recorded.
Oh, fantastic.
It's on YouTube, so you can go to the link and view the whole presentation if you missed it. Very informative.
Awesome stuff. And I want to ask young people, just...
You're a young person too.
One, I wanted to ask Ashley real quick.
Yeah.
Why are you wanting to be a deputy? You seem pretty young, and it seems like it doesn't seem like. I'm just wanted to. Why do you want to take this path?
Well, my dad's also on the department,
okay.
And so I kind of grew up around it when I was little, and I did actually want to be a nurse practitioner growing up. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be the nurse and stuff, and I also wanted to look at the deputy side and seeing also what they do. And so I actually did a few ride-alongs at the station, and it really opened up my eyes, and I really want to help the community as well as help people and do something different every single day. And so I think that would be really fantastic for me.
Cool stuff. Do the deputies do something different every day? Probably, I would say.
They backed away from the mic.
Yeah, no kidding. They ran away from this.
Closer again.
Good grief. Yeah. So, well, that's awesome. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
And so how do I phrase this question without getting you guys in trouble? What are you guys?
Kyle, just because it's your last show.
How have you? There's obviously ways that you could get the sheriff's deputies involved with the Santa Clarita Valley Sheriff's Station with this effort, I wanted to see, like, maybe what do you guys want from, maybe not necessarily the sheriff's deputy, but from the community standpoint? How can the community help you with this effort?
Well, we had actually some deputies come in.
Oh, fantastic.
For my specific group, we were focusing on alcohol, and we got these things called beer goggles, and they kind of like give you side effects of being
Beer
drunk.
goggles.
Yeah, that was like the name that they were given. They came in this little case, and they were kind of like scientific goggles, but they had like a green film, and it made you very disoriented, and it gave you double vision, different effects for different people. Some people got dizzy, some people like just didn't feel very well. And we had the students walk on a line, and we said, try to walk on this line, and a lot of them couldn't, and we had their peers watch, and then we said, well, imagine if you can't walk on the line, how would this be like if you had to drive a vehicle, or if you had to like operate machinery? And they were a lot of them were like mentioning how scary it was and how they never wanted to feel like that again, and like so that was like a very strong
That's
effect.
a great interactive exercise for the young people to do.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome stuff. I don't know, do you have any more questions? We're just about out of time. Do we have anything else?
Anyone?
As for the community part, it would be great if we could have more people like teens reach out to the younger
Yeah.
the younger group and make them help open their eyes and just show that you're supportive and you will be there for them, that they can ask you anything, and don't try to be intimidating though.
Yeah.
Try to show that they can come to you no matter what.
Fantastic. Thank you guys for coming in. I appreciate you guys coming in.
Thank you.
Thank
This
you.
has,
Thank you.
Having us.
Thank you, Shirley, and
Thank you, Kyle.
Deputy Shackleford, Deputy Duxbury. Thanks, guys, for coming in. And Ashley, do I call you? What do I call you? I don't know what to. Do you have a title?
Student worker. That's
Student worker?
yeah,
That's a weird title.
That's my title. That's what
Yeah.
it says on
Yeah.
my ID.
SW.
So
Yeah, there's got to be
Yeah,
an acronym
Ashley's
for that somewhere, I'm sure. This has been. Thank you guys for coming by. Appreciate it. And thank you guys. It's been fun. It's been
Thank
fun.
you.
And this has.
I'm already scheduling when I can bring you back as a guest.
As a
on the
guest?
show. Yeah.
I'm not going to be a deputy though. So.
No, we like to work with the community, so don't worry. I'll find the perfect topic.
Okay,
to bring you
gotcha.
in
All
on.
right, sounds good. This has been the Santa Clarita Valley Sheriff's Talk Show on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS.